so that you can see how we fit between parked cars on one side and a curb on the left. You can see up ahead how the van is sliding over to the white line on the right. So they're not doing the best job keeping their sense of space. Hey, it's Jacqueline, and for the next few minutes, we're going to be working on how to have a good understanding of the size of your car. One of the questions I get most from students, and the area where a lot of people are really nervous, is that they can't really tell where the car is in the front of the car. So I'm going to talk about a couple features that you can find in your own car to help you have a better sense of the rectangle ahead of you. You definitely want to check out the way your windshield wipers give you a sense of the perspective of the width of your car. In my car, I have a little yellow sticker at the left edge of my windshield wiper, and that tracks visually directly to the front left headlight. You might not have a sticker in your car, but you can definitely train your gaze to understand that when you look to the left of the windshield wiper, you're tracking to the front left of the car. I also want you to look at the front vent of your car, right under the windshield wiper. I put a yellow sticker on my vent, which is the midline. On your car, it might just be a rectangular gray piece of plastic. When I look at that midline, I can tell where the front right diagonal of my car is. In fact, the yellow sticker sits right on the curb. So that really gives me a sense that the width of my steering wheel and the width of my windshield wiper and the width of my body, while it only takes up the left third of the car when I'm seated, it gives me a sense of how I fit in my lane. My car also has a little red reflective circle that I can see on my windshield and across on my dashboard. So you should look at your own car and see if there's a little marker that gives you a sense if the right front of your car is a little bit too far over in a danger zone, which would be sort of heading toward a parked car or a curb. I want you to also think about the rear view mirror. When you look in the rear view mirror, if it's positioned correctly, you can see 3 headrests. So that really helps remind you that you are the left third of the car and that there are 2/3 of the car to the right of you. In my car, I have 2 pink stickers. The centered pink sticker, when I'm out on the road, reflects the lane behind me. And the right pink sticker reflects the lane to the right of me. And that helps me understand my width and my space so that when I'm making lane changes, I can understand the space I need from the left and the right. So if you keep a sense of yourself to the third of the left side of the car, you use your left, center, and right windshield wiper or other marks along the car, like the wind vent, the air conditioner vent, or the little red circle that my car has, and that helps me understand the rectangle. So we're going to head out on the road, and I'm going to talk about how I use my thumbs to help me feel centered in a lane. So this first lane that we're going to be in is just a regular residential road. I have the right side of the lane. The van has the left side. And even though there's no line painted, we all know how to stay in our space because we're trained to take up just enough room on the right side of the car. I can see that my center yellow sticker is inside the curb. I can look in my right mirror and see I have a nice distance from the curb. And so as I turn around this corner, I'm not worried about hitting the trash cans, and I wouldn't be worried if there was a car coming toward me. Now I'm going to head to a one-way road so that you can see how we fit between parked cars on one side and a curb on the left. And we're just using the same strategy of having a sense of the front of our car, thinking about ourselves as the left third of the car, and then using the width of our own thumbs and our shoulders to have a sense of how we fit. So my left thumb gives me the perspective that I'm inside the curb to the left, and my right thumb gives me the perspective that I'm inside the parked cars. And now I do my same self-checks. I can see that just like the car ahead of me, I would be centered over the stamp on the ground. I can look in the left mirror and see I'm nicely spaced from the curb. I'm nicely spaced when I look in the right mirror from the white limit line. I'm right behind the driver ahead of me. So we practice driving with the width of our car in a neighborhood, on a 2-lane street, and now we're going to practice on the freeway. As I enter the freeway, I'm going to think about my limit lines and the width of my car and fitting perfectly centered between the lines. My left thumb feels like it's sitting just inside the white limit line, and my right thumb feels like it's sitting just inside the right limit line. And when I enter into my lane, I can look ahead of me and see that I'm following the car ahead of me perfectly in line. And I can look in the rear view mirror and see that I'm perfectly positioned in front of the car. Always remember that as the driver, you are the left third of the car. And so you want to keep your body left justified and just keep a sense of the right 2/3 of the car next to you. You can see up ahead how the van is sliding over to the white line on the right. So they're not doing the best job keeping their sense of space. Maybe if they look at the front left corner of the windshield wiper and train their eye to gaze there, that would help keep them in their position. So by understanding the width of your car, you will be a better driver because you will fit perfectly in your lane. You'll be able to drive in different settings, even on unmarked roads, and you will always be sure to take up just the perfect amount of space. And that will help you not bump into other people. Thanks for checking in today to learn more about how to better understand the width of your car so that you can feel safe driving around. Take care and have fun practicing out on the road.